Hey guys, welcome back to another Modern Warfare 2 video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer beta. So, I had a video up on the channel previously where we were talking about the multiplayer beta, where supposedly we had the dates for it leaked through Amazon. Well, now we have a more reliable source telling us when the actual beta dates are going to be, and that is from Ralph. So here we go, let's jump right into this. So Ralph put out a tweet. He says, Modern Warfare 2 beta dates revealed, open beta set for September exclusive, and then he linked an article he put out. So as always, we're going to go over this article, go over all related tweets and stuff, and then give our 2 cents and stuff here at the very end. So here we go. His article says, Modern Warfare 2 beta for September. The Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 beta will allow players to go hands-on, providing developers with the necessary feedback to ensure a better experience at launch come October 28th. Though, when should we expect to see the beta for Modern Warfare 2? Here's the scoop. Rumors suggested the month of August is potentially the month players would see a beta for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. According to a recent Amazon product listing, Activision has instead appointed the 2-week beta for mid to late September, debuting first on PS4 and PS5, then to Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PC, through Battle.net and Steam the following week. He says August instead serves for multiplayer reveals, events, and information, offering an exclusive look at gameplay from Modern Warfare 2's more traditional game modes, new systems of play, and a few surprises. So then he breaks it down by the exact dates. He says, beta dates, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 beta dates. Weekend 1, which will be PlayStation exclusive, so PS4 and PS5. He says early access will be September 15th through the 16th, as well as the open beta will be September 17th through the 19th. And then weekend 2 is where the other platforms can join in play, and there will also be cross-play. And he says that the early access will be September 22nd through the 23rd, and the open beta will be September 24th through the 26th. And then he ends his article saying you can pre-order or pre-purchase Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 on PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, Battle.net for PC, or Steam for PC to get early access to the open beta. Now, I'll have a video coming out here on the channel probably a little bit later where we're going to be going over how you can actually get free access to the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer beta. You don't actually have to pre-order it if you just want to play the beta. But of course, if you're planning on playing the full game, it's like, well, I mean, at that point, you might as well just pre-order the game and then get access to the beta that way. But yeah, okay. And then he followed up with a couple tweets. He says, my 2 cents. Figuratively, even if the beta were to be released a few weeks earlier, it wouldn't make much of a difference. Design and systems that have been in development for 3 years will not see a sudden turnaround in the last month before launch. That's how a game falls apart. Which, I mean, I get where he's coming from with that. Like, it makes sense. But at the same time, I kind of have to disagree, because honestly with these betas, it's not even just like all about stuff like that, like design and systems, stuff that has been in development for 3 years. A lot of it is to do with, let's say, like networking, as well as like weapon fixes and stuff, like weapon balancing, as well as maybe tweaks to the spawns and maps and stuff. There's a lot more data that's a little bit more fluid, that's like, okay, they look at it and they're like, well, okay, wow, like we're having real issues with this map, or hey, this gun is just dominating the beta, so we're gonna have to probably nerf it before launch. Now, that's something they could probably make it work between, when, of course, if this beta is gonna be going from, the very latest, like September 26th, and the game launches on October 28th, so do they have just a month? It's probably something they could do in that time frame. But still, I personally think that betas are best served when they're at least like a month or two, like at least like 2 months before launch. I think it just provides a better experience for the game. I mean, the last time we had a Call of Duty game with a beta this close to release was actually Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare ended up having a beta drop in October, and it was like, what? Why is there a beta in October, dude? And at that point, it was just like more of a, not even a beta, it's like testing out anything for the game, and more just like an early access free trial at that point. It's just like, oh, here, pretty much here is like the entire full game, and you can play it for a weekend. We're basically not going to take any of that data and do anything useful with it in this time we have leading up to release. But at the same time, I mean, I get where he's coming from. Stuff, it can be fixed before then, but also other big things, even if you had 2 months, there's no way they'd be able to change. So I get that, but I don't know. I think personally it's better the more time they have from a beta to actually release. Plus, I think August still would have been perfect for it, but I guess it is what it is. And then lastly, somebody asks, will there be an alpha in August? And he says, last I heard, there is still an alpha in the pipeline for August. Haven't heard much beyond the original report, though. So whether the alpha still remains and it still will be happening sometime in August, remains to be seen. It sounds like those reports have been, several months old at this point, and nobody's, said anything about that since. So it kind of leads me to believe that since it's so old, that maybe it won't actually be happening. But I don't really know. I mean, stuff like the alpha for Cold War, as well as even the alpha for Modern Warfare, those just straight up dropped, almost out of the blue. We only really heard about it maybe a week beforehand, even leaks about it a week beforehand, being like, oh hey, they're about to launch a PlayStation Alpha next week for Black Ops Cold War, for Modern Warfare. And I mean, personally, I think an alpha would be great. I mean, I'm sure the alpha would probably be PlayStation exclusive, just like they've done in the past. But even still, I think just having any kind of hands-on in the game in August will be doing great things for the community. He says we're going to be getting reveals and more information and trailers and stuff. But man, personally, I think it's that's just not enough. I think we need to actually, as a community, be able to get our hands on and play the game at least in some fashion in August, to pretty much keep the hype train moving, because at this point all we're really relying on at this point is just leaks. It's just oh hey, what's new in the leak world about Modern Warfare 2? It's hard to be excited and be prepared for this game when we have absolutely no official information coming out for weeks and weeks and weeks on end. We just go through these giant dry spells, and then just makes the community want to turn towards leaks, and then you get leaks about campaign stuff and just tons of stuff that ends up kind of spoiling the game and spoiling surprises for the game. And it's well, if you guys would just actually tell us more information about the game consistently, then the community wouldn't be so desperate for leaks and wanting to leak every single thing about the game. But pretty much YouTubers and leakers and stuff are just doing their job for them, marketing Modern Warfare 2, just marketing it through leaks, because that's where all the information is coming from, because they don't want to release anything officially themselves. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of my whole issue with it right now. I'm just a little frustrated. I wish they would at least come out and confirm things, especially right after they've been leaked. After all the multiplayer maps got leaked, at least come out and be hey, sorry, we had a giant leak. Let's go ahead and let's clarify and get out some official images. Let's get out some official information. But instead, it seems like Activision is stubborn, and they're nope, we're going to stick to our original timeline for this. If we're not going to reveal anything about multiplayer stuff until sometime halfway through August or whatever. And it's just come on, man. I wish the developers and the publishers, they had a little bit more flexibility when it came to sharing some of this stuff. Especially with other games. Other games will have stuff leak about it, and they're oh, cool. Hey, the game was leaked. Okay, well, I guess our timeline kind of got pushed up, but here we go. Here's a little bit of information about it. So, I don't know. That's pretty much it, though, guys. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about the September release for the beta? It's kind of late September. It's kind of late for a beta. So, I don't know, it'll be interesting, but I guess it'll give us something to do in September, as well as, supposedly we might still be having an alpha happen in August. So, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.